Daily Life English Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Life English Podcast. I'm Mark.
And I'm Sarah. We are so happy to have you with us today. Whether you're driving, cleaning, or just relaxing, we hope you're ready to get motivated. Today, we're talking about goal setting.
It's a huge topic. We all have dreams, but why do so many people give up before they even start?
I think it's because people don't know the difference between a dream and a goal. A dream is just a thought in your head. A goal is a system you build to make that dream a reality.
That's a great distinction. I actually learned that the hard way. 2 years ago, I decided I'm going to run a marathon. I bought expensive shoes and ran 10 kilometers on the first day. By day 3, my knees were in so much pain I couldn't walk. I gave up and didn't run for 6 months. I had hit a wall.
To hit a wall, that's a classic idiom for reaching a point where you cannot make any more progress because you've pushed too hard or hit a major obstacle. Why do you think that happened?
Because my goal wasn't SMART. Sarah, for our listeners, can you break down that acronym? It's the gold standard for goal setting.
Absolutely. SMART goals are specific. Instead of, I want to get fit, say, I want to run a 5K. Measurable, you need a way to track your progress. Achievable, is it realistic for your schedule? Relevant, does it match your long-term values? And time-bound, you need a deadline.
My marathon goal failed the Achievable test because I hadn't run in years. I skipped the foundations, so I changed my approach. I broke it down into micro goals. My new goal was just run for 15 minutes 3 times a week for 1 month.
That's the power of momentum. When you hit those micro goals, your brain releases dopamine, which makes you want to keep going. It's like leveling up in a video game.
Exactly. But what about when we feel stuck? Let's try a little exercise. Sarah, imagine a listener sends in this goal. I want to be fluent in English by next month. How would we help them make that SMART?
Oh, that's a classic one. First, fluent is not measurable. What does fluency look like? Are you talking to a native speaker, reading a book? So we need to fix it. How about, I want to be able to have a 10-minute conversation about my daily life with a native speaker by the end of July?
That is much better. It's specific, measurable, and has a deadline. Now, let's talk about obstacles. People always think their path to a goal will be a straight line.
But it's never a straight line. It's a messy, winding path. You will have bad weeks. You will miss a day of practice.
That's where the 2-day rule comes in. I tell myself I can miss 1 day, but I never miss 2 days in a row. It keeps the momentum alive without the guilt of perfectionism. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress.
That is a quote we should put on a wall. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. Because if you try to be perfect, you'll be too scared to start.
Exactly. Let's talk about the emotional side. Setting a goal isn't just about the result, it's about the person you become while achieving it. When you track your progress, you aren't just measuring the work, you're measuring your growth.
And that brings us to the importance of accountability. Why do we find it easier to keep a promise to a boss than to ourselves?
Because we don't want to let the boss down. We need to treat our goals like a boss. That's why we want our listeners to share their goals in the comments. When you write it down and share it, it becomes real.
So before we wrap up, let's review our core vocabulary again. To commit to, a serious promise. Micro goals, small, bite-sized tasks. Momentum, that feeling of moving forward easily, and accountability, being responsible for your actions to someone else.
Sarah, what is one of your goals for the next month?
My goal is to read 2 books in English. It's measurable, and I've committed to reading 15 pages every night before bed. It's my digital sunset routine.
I love that. And listeners, what about you? What is one SMART goal you're going to commit to this month? Leave a comment below.
Don't be vague, be specific. We're here to hold you accountable.
Thanks for listening to our conversation today. Remember, the best way to predict your future is to create it, one small goal at a time.
Keep growing, keep setting those goals, and we will see you next time.